to another vlog. It is the day after, well, actually, I just got home from Mexico like a few hours ago, probably around like 1 a.m. this morning. And it's a bit after 9. I didn't sleep in much, probably slept in till about 7, but I've just been lounging in bed and having a slow start to my day. But I finally decided it's time to get my day started, unpack, do laundry, put stuff away, and go out and pick up groceries because I ain't got food in the house. I need to cook for the week. So I do have, it's a Monday, I do have the rest of the week off. I took the rest of the week off as additional vacation. So I can sort of slowly ease back into being back home and resetting after vacation. I have quite a number of things to do. I have to wrangle all my finances and expenses, finally see how much I spent during this trip. Also my car is acting up. Ever since I got this vehicle like 4 years ago, every year around this time of the year, either October, November, December, there's just always something that happens to my car without fail. Now this is like the 3rd year in a row something's going on with my vehicle, and it's so frustrating. I totally regret this car. As much as I am grateful to have it, it has just been a liability from the jump, and I'm honestly need to start taking active steps to get rid of it or just not have to deal with it anymore. But anyway, got back early this morning, went to go unlock my car with my key fob, and I realized that my key fob wasn't working, wasn't unlocking my car. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe the battery's dead. So I changed the battery in the key fob and also in my spare key fob, but that didn't solve the problem at all. So I'm like, okay, is my car battery dead? I used the manual key entry to get into the car, managed to get into the car, turned on the car, and the car is working fine, but my key fobs, I think, need to be reprogrammed. I have an appointment at the dealership tomorrow, and it might be an expensive fix. So love that for me. Another big expense after an expensive vacation. But I'm going to stop complaining now. I just need to get into a mindset of cleaning up and preparing for the day, and yeah, hopefully I don't plan to have a productive day today. The most important things I want to do today are grocery shopping and tracking my expenses over the last few days. And beyond that, I'm very happy to just chill on the couch and read. Like, I just want to give myself some time to really rest and recover and recuperate, and maybe start slowly planning for what I want to do throughout the rest of the week. But yeah. Just getting dressed to head out. I need to pick up groceries. I need to go to whatchamacallit, Superstore and Costco, because I also need to pick up my prescription at Costco. And I'm just getting ready right now before I head out here. My unpacking is pretty much well in hand. So yeah, and I thought I would just like talk about how the vacation was. It was really fun. It was an all-inclusive to Cancun for my uncle's birthday. So we had just a sizable number of friends and family that traveled to celebrate the birthday with him, and it was a lot of fun. It was over 4 nights and 5 days. We did like a boat cruise. We went to Cocobongo. I had been to Cocobongo a couple years ago when I first went to Mexico. I think this was the Riviera Maya, wherever. For my first ever all-inclusive, I did the Cocobongo disco thing, and that was fun. It was fun this time around as well. It was funny because my mom and a bunch of like other friends and family that are normally not into like the clubbing scene also came out, and it was just hilarious to just see them all react and watch the performance and just take in their reactions. They were stunned, to say the least. I don't think they've ever experienced anything like that, so that was a little bit of a treat. And yeah, but I am glad to be back home. I'm not sure, I normally don't do a lot of like travel vlogging. I think I find that most people, it doesn't like get a lot of views, so I tend not to do like separate travel vlogs, but I might include some clips of the trip either in the vlog before this one or this one. I haven't decided. The vlog before this one is what I need to spend some time editing this week. And also I have been like thinking a lot about YouTube and videos and vlogs, and just probably really slowing down on my uploads. Usually I upload 4 videos a month, so a video every week, but if you've probably noticed that in like October or so I've skipped a couple weeks, and that's just because I'm finding that the whole process of recording and editing and all of that is just, while I really enjoy it, it's causing me a lot of stress, and it's what is contributing to the immense burnout I have been feeling. And I think it's also because I'm maybe sort of hitting a wall in terms of vlog ideas. I think like work week in my life vlogs do well, but they're okay. I don't find them very exciting to vlog. I think it's mostly because I do the same things week to week, so I'm afraid that doing those back to back to back over and over again just get repetitive and boring. I don't know. Also, just a quick pause to talk about this brow laminating gel from e.l.f. that I showed in a previous video. I've been using this for like, I think a week now, and guys, I'm obsessed with this stuff. The way it just flattens my unruly brows is, I can't compare. It's like magic. I love it, and I love the way it makes my brows look, makes them look clean and just put together. I just love it. So I know it's so cheap, so I'm so glad I decided to get this and incorporate it into my routine. I have been using this every single day since I got it. That's to show you how much I've been enjoying it. I'm really thinking that I'm going to like slow down in terms of how often I'm uploading and how many vlogs I'm uploading a month, just to like allow me to get out of this funk that I'm in, give me space to rest and get excited again about creating content. I find that I'm not excited that much anymore to vlog for YouTube, and it's also a little bit frustrating. While I don't particularly, I'm not doing YouTube just to amass a bunch of subscribers and be popular or make a bunch of money off of this, although that would be a great benefit. But at the same time, it almost feels like a lot of time and energy going into producing these, and it's really truly a production, from the concept of the idea, the planning, the shooting of the videos, the editing, and then putting everything out. It's a lot of work, and it's work that is at least a part-time job, if not more, that I'm not getting paid for. and I'm not getting paid for it, and I feel like I'm not seeing the gains that I hoped that I would see this year when it came to my content. And I'm not like bitter or upset about it. It's the way it is. Like, it's just the reality, you know, of working or trying to exist or stand out in a very saturated market. But I just have to be realistic and honest with myself about what I can put out without hurting myself or just making myself hate this entire process. So all that to say is I'm going to be stepping back a little bit, nothing too crazy. In the next couple of months or so, I might upload fewer videos just until I get back to like a sense of excitement for, you know, creating on this platform. I think in the meantime, I also just really want to think about how I want to show up on social media and who I want to be on all these platforms, right? So I don't know, lots of thinking to do. I feel like I'm in this like sort of existential place when it comes to this. Like, I've thought to myself, is this something that do I want to give up YouTube, you know, and just focus my effort and energy on something else? Do I just want to just stop social media entirely, you know, and just kind of go offline? I don't know. But those are the conversations that I'm having with myself, that I'm trying to work through and think through and just understand what I'm really trying to get out of all of this. And it's something that I've been thinking about for like maybe the last 6 months, especially was it during the summer, where I feel like I felt the brunt of my burnout and my sort of mental health struggles, was when I really started to question if this was sustainable for me long term, especially again given that it's not generating any sort of income or revenue for me at this point. And yeah, I should put on some sunscreen. I'm just gonna make myself a quick grocery list, get out the door, and get my day going. Okay, I'm not too sure about this angle, but we're gonna work with what we've got. I just got back home from grocery shopping. I went to Superstore and Costco, and while I was at Costco, I also got my flu shot. So the three things that are, okay, three of the four things, actually, two of the three things that I really wanted to do today, I've already done. I will spend some time later on tackling my finances. I figured I'd do a quick grocery store while I'm here. I didn't get too many items from Superstore, so for this week, I'm planning on making some turkey/chicken. Actually, it's just gonna be chicken. I'm planning on making some chicken brown rice soup. So I got ingredients for that from both Costco and Superstore. Anyway, I picked up 3 plantains. I will fry these up and have them on the side with some rice and vegetables. 2 carrots to go with for the soup. A big crown of broccoli. A bunch of asparagus, which cost me like $6. Crazy. Some low sodium chicken broth for the soup. I picked up a package of just like uncooked pork sausages. I figured this would be nice to have as a side for like breakfast or as a little snack. Picked up 2 turkey thighs. Again, I don't know, I just felt like I wanted to stock up on some meats. Some fresh thyme for the soup. A single yellow onion. 2 cans of coconut milk for the soup. Recipe calls for cream, but since I'm trying to reduce the amount of dairy I eat because of my lactose intolerance, I decided to go coconut milk instead. And then I got 2 persimmons. From Costco, I got a box of this Shin Ramyun black noodles. I got a big box of croissant, and then I saw that they have this soft lined fleece. So I picked it up and I'm actually quite excited for this. I don't have, actually I do have a fleece, but it's quite large and oversized and too long. But I think this would be like good to kind of like wear and layer in the winter, and obviously in one of my favorite colors. So pick that up. I picked up a carton of poppies, and this is like the flashback flavor. So it's got regular soda, cream soda, and root beer. So they didn't have like the normal flavors. The flavors that I got the last time, they didn't have them. So I just went with this one instead. Picked up a bag of rotisserie chicken. This is going to obviously form it's going to be chicken for my soup. And what I'm planning to do is to use the carcass, the bones, to make chicken broth. So we'll see how that goes. And then the last thing that I picked up is a 6-pack of oat milk. It's over there. I'm too lazy to bring it all the way here, but those are all the things that I picked up. I'm really very tired now, so I'm going to stop talking, put these things away, and just change into comfortable pants and try and rest for a bit. I didn't go to bed until like maybe 2:30, 3 a.m. and I was up at like 7, because that's the time I normally wake up, and the tiredness is getting to me now. So I need to actually honor my body and rest. Okay. Oh, I also got a bottle of Pinot Grigio, which the recipe calls for, the soup recipe calls for, but I will also be enjoying a glass of this. And put it in the fridge to chill. I'm gonna be using my new cup glassware to have my iced coffee this morning. I'm so excited. It's so pretty. So I got this at the hotel resort gift shop, and I think they did such a brilliant job displaying this. The shop was right across the elevators. So the moment I saw this displayed along the gift shop's window, I knew I had to have it. We're doing a super simple iced latte today with soy milk, no sweetener. I feel like I've had a lot of sweets and stuff in the last few days. So I really just want to try and get back to basics and get back to the way I normally eat, which is why I'm having a smoothie this morning. Although I feel like I oversweetened this. I should have used less agave, but yeah. I'm just really trying to make myself feel a bit better, because physically I'm very tired and I'm also mentally and emotionally exhausted. So I'm just trying to set myself up for a bit of success and do the things I know normally help me feel better. So yeah, I have my car appointment this morning at 9:30. So I'm gonna be leaving in a little bit, but I figured I would just sit, enjoy my smoothie, read before I need to head out. Okay, and like 40 minutes later or so, I'm back home. I had to leave my car there. I thought it was gonna be like a quick, let's see what's going on. But apparently not. So I'm back home. I'm so tired. I feel like I'm probably getting sick. Like there's this deep seated exhaustion. So I'm just gonna lie down, read, and at some point I need to get up and cook. I think part of the problem is I haven't been eating well for like the last more than a week. So I think my body's like, girl, what are we doing? Anyway, I'm gonna chill for a bit and just, I feel so strange, so weird, not myself at all. Using the wrong batteries. I'd had the wrong batteries in both fobs for like the last 4 or so years, and they both just finally crapped out at the same time. Thankfully, they were able to replace the battery on the one, so got that working. I essentially paid $200 for them to tell me that I was using the wrong battery and for them to put a new battery in that would have just cost me like $30, maybe less. Very expensive battery replacement for sure. The other fob though, my spare fob, is, yeah, definitely is no longer working. I think using the incorrect battery just short-circuited it, and I need to replace it. And that would have cost close to $800. So I would rather pay $200 than $800 for a battery replacement. That was like the worst case scenario, and I sort of prepared myself for the fact that I would need to replace the fob entirely. So I'm very happy that it ended up being relatively cheaper than I was bracing for. So that's good. I have my car back. Maybe that's something I just sort of save toward so that I always have a spare battery, because if I ever lost that key, if I ever lost my one key, I'm hooped. But yeah, I'm home now. That's sorted. I'm feeling so much better about that. Yeah, just wanted to update on the whole car situation. But I love that. Good morning. Hi. It's another day of my vacation. Really loving it, really enjoying it. I was up at like 5:30 this morning. My alarm went off and I just couldn't go back to sleep. So I have been up at 5. I've been up since then. I mostly played on my phone. I read a little bit, and then I finally got up, got ready, made myself a coffee, and warmed up some of my sourdough bagels that I made yesterday with some butter. It's so good. I've been struggling a lot with like my sourdough bagels the last few times I've made them, but this batch was pretty good. So I'm just gonna spend some time right now editing, and at some point later today I want to go on like a trail walk. It's not gonna be like super nice, maybe a little bit chilly. The high of today is gonna be like 6 degrees, but I'll dress appropriately. But before I do that, I just want to just get some work done. But yeah.
We got nowhere to be, just a slow dance with the summer heat. The world outside can't wait a few, 'cause right now we got nothing else to do. The sun is peeking through the cotton white blinds, your hands still tangled up in mine. Feet on the wall, your head.
Hi. So this afternoon, we are going to spend some time making some chicken bone broth in my Instant Pot. I have been, why did I come back here? I'm looking for my phone. I'm pretty sure I brought it out with me. I've been wanting to get back into drinking bone broth, but like the powders or whatever, they're so expensive. And then I just realized, I'm like, this is just boiling chicken bones or beef bones and whatever in some water and some vegetables and herbs and spices. It should not be so expensive. I can make this at home. So, true to form, I looked up a recipe and I found a recipe online that I can make in my Instant Pot. So, that's what we're going to do, get into this afternoon. I'm just gonna see. Here are the ingredients. Recipe calls for some celery, some carrots, herbs and spices. I saved the carcass of the rotisserie chicken I picked up earlier this week, and a yellow onion. You do not need an Instant Pot to prepare this. You can also cook this on the stove in just like a big pot, but it requires a little bit of babying, and I don't want to baby. I don't want to be stuck at home for the next several hours just monitoring my stove, so I figured if I have an Instant Pot, I'm going to use it. Alright, so here is my chicken bone broth. This was ready yesterday, but I just left them on the counter to cool. Ended up making a couple, I don't know how many liters this is. This is like a bit more than 2 cups, and this is probably roughly the same. So maybe like 4 cups overall. I haven't tasted it yet. I'm pretty sure it's going to be good. And honestly, it seems like the perfect day for a warm cup of bone broth because it is actually snowing lightly outside. So I'm planning on heading out to just do like a solo activity. I think when I'm back home, I will treat myself to a warm mug of bone broth.
Floating easy. We got nowhere to be. Got nowhere to be. Your hair's a mess, but you don't mind. You just laugh, let it fall where it likes. Coffee's cold, but we take